It's me, Leah. Today I wanted to show you how I make my sliders. It's going to be a cheddar bacon jalapeno slider. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. First, we get our ground beef, or if you prefer ground turkey, you can use that. I like ground turkey, but today I have ground beef, so that's what I'm going to be working with. And you're going to cook your bacon right on the griddle or in the pan or skillet or whatever. You're going to cook your bacon. You're going to need about 6 slices, but I'm going to be using 3 because I'm making less. And for the recipe, I'll put it down in the link below. You're going to need your jalapenos. I'm using pickled jalapenos that come in the jar. You're going to need your cheddar that we're going to crumble, or you can buy the crumbled cheddar that's already pre-crumbled. And an onion, salt and pepper, and you're also going to need some grilling seasoning for like extra flavor, and I like to use a little bit of fajita seasoning in my sliders. So first thing what we're going to do is we're going to take our bacon, come in a little closer so they can see, and you're going to just chop up your bacon. Some may go overboard, but that's okay. You just kind of want to get it in a crumbly state. And this is turkey bacon, what I'm using, so a little bit leaner, and the ground beef that I'm using is 80-20, so it's semi-lean, but it still has a nice amount of fat in it. So once we get all this broken up and crumbled, we're going to just add this into our ground beef mixture. Get all these good pieces in there. You want to get rid of your board. Next, what we want to do is we want to get a little spoon or something and just mix all that in there. Get your ground beef incorporated with that bacon. So we're mixing that in there. It looks about good, but you don't want to overmix your patties, because then they'll become tough. So don't overmix whatever you do. Right now I've already chopped my jalapenos because I wanted to get that out the way, so I'm going to add that in. I'm going to add in my crumbled cheddar. Take my cheddar out of the package. And how I like to crumble it is, I like to take a knife, almost like you would see them do Parmesan cheese, and kind of just crumble it with your knife to get all these little pieces off. And you kind of get chunks. So now you're not getting like slices in there, you kind of want like little crumbles. And you can chop them up finely once they're all on your board. And you want a nice amount of that, because you want the cheddar and you want the bacon to go all throughout your entire patties. And these are really good for game day. These are good for, if you're having company over, you can do these little sliders and do like quesadillas or something. You can do these with like little chilies. A couple different things you can do this with, and you can make like a little platter, like a hors d'oeuvre platter, and make these kind of small. And I think it's nice because you can mix it up. You can make these type of sliders, and I also make a fajita slider with chipotle chilies. That's really good too. So once you get all that in there, I want a little bit more. Once you get all those pieces in there, you want to add your salt and pepper. Put that into the mix. Let's get this cheese off the way. Clean up a bit. Make sure you don't have any leftover bacon. And let's get this out the way. I'm going to bring this bowl right over here. I'm going to kind of mix, and I like to add my onions very last. So I'm going to chop those up in a second. separate it. And last but not least, the part that makes everybody's eyes water. My lovely onion is going to go in. And I don't use too much onion. Nice and small, bite-sized pieces. You don't want it too big. You don't want anybody to bite into a huge piece of onion into their burger. A little bit more. Okay, that looks like about enough for me. I'm only making a few burgers tonight. Just me and my husband, so we don't need a lot. And I'm going to incorporate this right into my bowl. And I'm going to mix that in also. So you want to you want every burger to have a bite of jalapeno. You want it to have a bite of that cheddar cheese and that bacon and a little bit of onion. And last but not least, my favorite grilling seasoning. And a little tiny dot. You don't want to get too Mexican flavor, but just a little bit of fajita seasoning for that hint of chili background. And I'm just going to incorporate that all in. Now, wait right here. I'm going to grab my plate to make these. And what I like to do is, I like to put a layer of plastic wrap down right onto the bottom of my plate, so they're not sticking to the bottom of my plate and getting all sticky. I like to take about, let's say, a little ball into your hand and make little patties. Now don't over knead these, because you don't want them, the warmth of your hands to cook these little patties in your hand, because that heat can make them kind of hot. So you're going to press down, put one there. They look really good so far. Put another one in my hand and roll. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these little patties, and then I'll be right back with you, and I'll show you my finished product. All right, see ya. Back. What I did was I took my little mini sliders, and after I wrapped them up, I put them in the fridge for about, you want to probably put them in the fridge for about 20-30 minutes so they get really cool. Or you can pop them in the freezer and use them the next day. These freeze really, really well. You want to set your griddle to 350 degrees and go ahead and set your sliders on and flip them, once or twice. It's not going to take really long for them to cook. They're very small. I also preheated my oven to 350. It's not on right now. I preheated it already. And I had put my little mini, I took dinner rolls. Those are really, really easy to find. You can find those at like your local supermarket, as opposed to looking for those really mini buns that sliders fit on. Once you start to see that your cheese is starting to melt, you wanna turn your heat down. You don't want to start cooking them for too long. But like I said, about the dinner rolls, you can find those anywhere. What you're going to do is you're going to pop those in the oven for a minute or so, and then after you're done doing that, you want to just take a serrated knife and cut right in between the dinner roll, and you can slide your burgers right onto there. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab my plate and serve these little babies up. Put these on there. I already have mine pre-slit and I pre-cooked them. Take your beautiful slider, just set it right down onto the bun. I'll show you a couple of these, how they look. Your nice little slider. And remember, we put onions and we put cheddar cheese and we put jalapenos and we put bacon. And if you don't like any of these certain things, something in there, say you don't like, you're not fond of jalapenos, you don't like the heat, leave it out, or add something else that you really, really like to your burger. These are really versatile. You can add anything you want to these. I'm going to show you what I like to do. What I like to do is I like to take a little bit of lettuce put some lettuce onto it. I like, but my husband doesn't like, so I make sure I don't put that on his. A little bit of avocado, 2 slices or so, and a little piece of tomato. I don't know if you can see that or not. Come a little closer in so y'all can see. And I just stick some lettuce on there. And what I like to do is take, oh, my hands are getting messy. Take a little toothpick, stick it right down onto your slider. So you have that delicious meat and cheese and jalapenos and onions. And you also have that nice little creamy, smooth avocado and your lettuce. I'm going to show you guys how good this is. Okay, I'm going in. It's good. It's really good. Cooked just right. It's not too not cooked too long. It's perfect. All right, YouTube. Check out. I'm gonna have some more videos up here of me cooking some things. We're having a Steelers Super Bowl party, so take a look onto my channel, and you'll see a couple more things of me making like little pizza rolls and things like that. This is to get me ready for next Saturday when we have our little pre-Super Bowl party. All right, see you guys. Peace.